Hi. What I'm about to say might sound wild, but it's literally how I felt. So I'm saying it. If you don't know, I'm Desiree, the author of two books out right now, a poetry book, Stay at Home Calls for Poetry, and a novel, Home Sweet Home. But where I'm going today, I'm taking you back to childhood me. And childhood me in middle school, I would say I talked about writing all the time. I shared how I wanted to be an author and how I was writing after school and how this is what I want to do. And everyone knew that part of me. I would say from, because like fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, I would say that from like the eighth graders to even like the people that were under me as I grew in middle school. And so my mindset, because of the time I grew up in, was that I should publish a book at a young age. I should publish a book as a teenager. I feel like it was very popular or talked about in media to be an author under 20. Like that just felt very showy and very awesome and exciting and like, oh, you're doing something fast and young and you have more years to come. And so that was my mindset when I was a child, was that I want to be an author. I'm going to tell or not I'm going to. I was just super passionate about writing. And so I would tell people about either the stories I was writing or how like this is a goal of mine. And it wasn't out of because like because the media is saying this is what I want to tell people. No, it was just honestly because that's what I was feeling. Like I want to be an author. I enjoy this so much. This is fun. And then in high school, I was on and off writing. But what I realized when I got to college and even after graduating college is like, wow, I told all those people how I love to write. I want to be an author. And did I publish anything between middle school and college? No. And so in the grand scheme of things, that is okay. Like, really, it's not a pressure or a need to publish young. Publish when it's right. But for some reason, growing up, and I don't know why, it was like an award or a yay you did it if you publish. Like I think like there's magazines that says like 30 people under 30, and then I think there was another one for like under like 20 or under 21. um and so it's just like thinking back on it now is very interesting. Like, why was it so pushed or talked about? And also thinking about it is like it's okay. It's okay that I did not publish, but I feel like a part of me was upset with myself that I didn't publish back then and that I talked about writing and being an author but didn't have anything to show for all these people that were encouraging me and supporting me. And it was just like other students. I wouldn't say that families really knew besides like my family and maybe like in my high school group. My friends in high school, like maybe their families knew, but like in middle school, it was just the kids that knew. I would feel like, and then like my one friend, because I would always read stories to her over the phone that I would write, and so probably her family knew. But other than that, I think I put this idea in my mind of like, I didn't do it, now what? I didn't publish, I'm not an author yet, now what? But now it is June 13th, 2026, and I have published two books. At when COVID started, so 2020, 2021, I started writing a poetry collection, and I published that in 2022. Then in 2024, I published my novel, Home Sweet Home, and I had worked on that novel a completely different draft than what it is today. But I had worked on that since high school, and then I started rewriting it, I guess, in 2022 and 2023, and then it finally became what I think it needed to be. I still think I could have taken some scenes out, but it is what I felt the story needed to be at the time, and so I published that in 2024. And now here we are in 2026, and I'm leaving my daycare job to focus on writing. And so it's like this deja vu thing that, like, whoa, middle school me was talking about I'm gonna do it, but it's not like I was leaving to do it. I was just growing up. I was just growing up, going from middle school to then another school to go to high school, and so it was just growing up. But now I am leaving a job to focus on writing. And I find it so interesting because I've gotten a lot of gifts that are very writing and author related, and I love it. It makes me smile, it makes me happy. I'm ready for it to be a part of my like routine or author uniform, I'm calling it. um but in the back of my mind, I'm also slightly thinking like, whoa, it's happening again. I'm telling people I'm focusing on writing and I don't want to disappoint. But it's not even that, because I know this is what I want to do, and is I don't want to disappoint myself. And yes, my mindset is kind of like I don't want to disappoint others and feel like I'm lying. When it's not that I'm lying. It's not even that's not even the right word. It's more that I'm not doing what I said I was going to do. I don't want to not do it. I want to do it for myself and for all these ideas I have in my head or in drafts. I want to just actually do it for myself and to show that I tried and that I put in more effort. And I know that's ridiculous to think like have this same mindset but in middle school, because it's like I'm still a kid. I'm still growing up. I don't need that much pressure. But now it kind of feels more realistic and more like I can do it, Desiree. I can, you can. So don't to not hold myself back and to actually keep going. And so it just feels wild to me because I feel like I'm having the same moment again, but it's very different. Middle school versus now adult me, it's very different circumstances because yes, I'm still talking about how I like to write and people know this side of me. I don't know what I'm trying to say with that, but I know I have more tools, more resources, and more understanding than I did as a kid. And so like it's okay to go at my own pace, but to just keep going, to just do it, to write, to plan, to market, to connect with others, find spaces that will help me grow and help me stay focused in it. Um, so yeah, I think that's it. I think my transition from middle school to high school, I maybe applied to one school that was actually creative arts focused, but I didn't end up going to a creative arts school in high school, and that's fine. But um, it's just like a mindset of like, oh, but I did try. And then in college, I was a creative writing major. So it's not like I put writing fully aside. It's just, it did not lead to publication like I guess younger me thought. But it's always fun, like when I find like old bins of my old writing, because I used to write in notebooks. Um, and just rereading those stories and then remembering back how I would just write. Like I would sit in the chair, on the floor, in the bed, in a corner. Like anytime I had, I would enjoy just writing down stories and ideas and letting my mind take me. And so another fun fact, and that I want to make an actual video about, but I used to watch YouTube just to watch stories that people created. They would use like Disney Channel actors, and then they would make up these random storylines. And I used to watch YouTube just to just to read those fake stories, those fiction made stories, and that was so cool for me. I guess you could call it, it's kind of like fanfic, um, but it was fun for me. Um, and so yeah, I'm just grateful for this opportunity to write again and to focus again on it, and I just don't want to let me down. And so yeah, I just wanted to share these weird feelings that I was feeling, but also it makes sense because it feels like a comparison, but in a completely different way. So thank you for watching. I hope you're doing well, And if you'd like to support me with the 2 books I have out already, the links are down below. And don't forget, just write. Write your story and take care.